Ermes Gasparini just told us something that may indicate a near confirmation of his match with Denis CYPLENKOV. After Devin Larratt defeated Denis at East vs West, a lot of people have been wanting to see him versus Ermes, since Devin also defeated Ermes previously at East vs West. Devin defeated them both 3-0, and it's just a cool match in general, so most people are wanting to see it. And it sounds like it's gonna happen eventually. Ingen has talked to Ermes about this potential matchup on his podcast, and it sounded like they may pull at some point at East vs West, for example. But we haven't really had much of an official date for this match, only hypotheticals. However, more recently, Ermes put out a video where he was doing some training as well as discussing his next potential match. And Ermes didn't really tell us a ton in this video, but it was more so him asking his fans who they wanted to see him pull. But then, someone by the name of Arm Wrestling VIP commented under this video. He said, "We already know that you will face Denis CYPLENKOV in King of the Table, and it will be an incredible match." To which Ermes replies,
"My friend, it's a possibility, but not 100%.
Now, when I hear someone say, "I'm not sure 100%, I assume they are saying they think it will happen, they're simply not positive. Maybe they're 80% sure, for example. This may not at all be what Ermes was saying, but that's what it sounded like to me. So we still have East vs West coming up on January the 20th, but I'm assuming that after that, the next major event will be King of the Table, perhaps as soon as February. If we get to see Ermes versus Denis as early as February, that would be super cool, although this obviously is not official yet. Now, as far as the actual match goes, who would be the favorite going into this? I personally think this is a phenomenal style match for Ermes. I can't remember the last time Ermes lost to somebody who was trying to hold on to him. Ermes has the world record weight for rocking back pressure, meaning that it's essentially a hopeless endeavor to try and bend your wrist against him. Normally, no one would even try this. Devin Larratt, for example, probably would have been destroyed if he tried to hold on to Ermes. He was well aware of this, so he instead attempted to rise up over the top of Ermes and force Ermes to hold on to him. And this worked very well, as he never gave Ermes access to his best weapon. Whenever we watch Ermes lose, it's normally against long arm top rollers. These guys will have a very good angle to force Ermes to hold on to them. People like Alex Krdecha, Devin Larratt, and Vitaly Laletin. Now, Ermes did defeat Vitaly, but it looked pretty awkward for him in a lot of the match. Denis, on the other hand, would likely implement the exact opposite strategy as people like Devin and Vitaly. He would not fight for height, he would not rise. Instead, he would take a low grip against Ermes and attempt to hold on to him. And this is gifting Ermes everything he could possibly want. The idea that Denis is going to hold on to Ermes' 200 pounds of back pressure seems even more far-fetched than Denis holding on to Devin's top roll. And he wasn't even able to do that. I think everything that Devin did against Denis, Ermes can do even better. Ermes' only major weakness is his wrist flexion, but if Denis just low grips, he won't even really be attacking Ermes' wrist flexion, and this match might be an easy day for Ermes. Now, if Denis can somehow get into a position where his king's move is attacking Ermes' wrist, then I could see Ermes' wrist getting cracked back in this match. Denis also does likely have better endurance than Ermes, so if the match begins to swing in the favor of Denis, it very well may stay there for the rest of the time. But Ermes knows very well how to climb over a king's move. Considering how big Ermes is, he really is one of the most versatile and technically proficient pullers out there, if not the very best. He can climb, he can transition, he can press, he can do everything he would need to in order to destroy Denis. But let me know what you guys think about this potential matchup. Denis does have some more time to progress since his match with Devin, so he will probably be even stronger than before if this does happen. But as I said, for me, it's just a really tough style match for him. Hopefully we get to see this one as soon as possible.